gentlemen, starring Chuck Connors.
Hang it all, Pete. Ain't the first time I was dragged by a horse. Probably won't be the last. Doc said it's my heart. I got a heart strong as a cougar.
Doc said you should stay in bed. He knew best. Now, you take your medicine.
Sure, sure. I know it's my well-being you're worried about. Confound it, let that pillow be.
Just wanted to make you comfortable.
You don't need to worry about me. I'm quite cut.
Did it?
It wasn't easy, not like that.
Oh, he was old, Pete. He was old and worn out. Life is for those that know how to live it, like you and me. See, it looks as if the medicine bottle was knocked over when he was having one of his attacks.
His niece is coming here to Albuquerque.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're going to stop her.
They're not going to buy something happening to her here on top of this.
Won't happen here. She's going to stop off in Norfolk. She has a friend there by the name of Kane. Pete, you and I are going to have us a ranch.
Mark. Come on, son.
You said we were going fishing today.
Oh, did I? Well, we can do that most any time.
Yeah, but the big ones aren't foolish enough to bite just any old time.
No, I guess they're not.
Say, your hair looks good combed.
Thank you. Let's see what you can do with yours. We want to make a good impression on Mrs. Dodd, don't we?
If you say so.
Well, Aunt Dodd was best friends with your ma. Took care of your ma all the time she was sick. And her own husband ailing, too. She was a fine woman, Aunt Dodd. Now, let's have a look. That's fine. Let me slip down the back of it, son.
We gonna meet him, too?
Who's that?
Mr. Dodd.
Well, Mark, Mr. Dodd died just after your mother did. So did their little boy during the epidemic. He'd have been just about your age if he'd lived.
Well, is she gonna stay over here with us?
No, Mark, that wouldn't do. Besides, she's on her way to Albuquerque to visit her uncle.
Yeah, but best friends with Ma and all. Why not? Well, my best friend's Tommy, and whenever he comes to North Fork, he stays with me.
Well, Mark, look, son, it's a little different with grown-ups.
Yeah, most things are different. Well, I mean, well, here's a friend from the olden days.
Oh, olden days, huh? Now, wait till you see Aunt Dodd. She was the prettiest girl in town.
Prettier and more?
Mark, your mother had more than looks. There was something special that came from deep inside her. Shall we go meet the stage?
All right.
By golly, it's good to see you.
Lucas McCabe. Oh, you're even taller than I imagined. Oh, it's good to see you.
What did I tell you, son?
Well, this must be Mark. You know, he does favor his mother.
Oh, how do you do, ma'am?
Oh, my, are we formal? Mark, you don't have to put on Sunday manners for me. We're going to be friends.
You better hurry and get to school, son. You'll be late.
Okay. Oh, I hope you'll come out to our place, man. We cleaned it up special.
Oh, thank you, Mark. I will if I have time.
You have time?
Aren't you proud of him?
Oh, sure. So we better get you settled. Let me have that bag.
She just got in. McCain fella met her. You know, sometimes I get the idea that all you wanted from me was to get back at the old man.
It's silly.
That's part of it, though.
All right, it's part of it, if that's what you want.
Now, listen, Jenny. We're in this deep. Murder, it makes us more a part of each other than any words a preacher said.
You're hurting me, Pete. Take your hands off of me. That's better. Maybe you've forgotten. You wanted that land so bad you could taste.
I ain't likely to forget.
Here, I told you. Oh, it's you, Lucas. That was one of those kids again.
Eddie.
Running in and out of here and... Oh.
Eddie, this is Ann Dodd.
Oh, pleased to have you with us, ma'am.
I do.
Saved the best room in the house for you.
Oh, good.
Oh, are you going to be with us long, Mrs. Dodd? Or...
Just overnight.
Oh? Well, I hadn't mind you'd be staying a few days. You said your uncle was on the mend. Mark will be disappointed. So will I, Ann. It's been a long time.
Maybe I could stay over just one more day.
Good. Look, we could have dinner out at the ranch if you'd like. That is, if you don't mind potluck.
Well, now, Lucas, I don't think your cooking's all it's supposed to be.
Well, I'll have you know I fix a very special goose.
That's right, and I can taste it now. Look, we can go over to Hattie's right now, get everything we... You have to freshen up, of course.
Oh, no. No, I don't, really. Let's go
You sure?
now. Mm-hmm.
Eddie?
Oh, go ahead. I'll take your bag upstairs for you.
Sure you don't mind?
No, let's
All
go
right.
now.
We'll see you, Eddie.
Fine. Oh, Mrs. Dodd, you'll be in room 208.
Thank you, Eddie.
Fine.
See, Hattie is Well, I think we've got everything we need.
Morning, Lucas.
Oh, hello, Micah. And this is Marshal Torrance, Micah, and Dodd.
Oh, please excuse my appearance, but I've been so cooped up in the stage that...
Ma'am, your appearance calls for nothing but the finest of compliments.
Well, now you should take a lesson in gallantry from the marshal.
Well, that's just his way of drumming up votes. Goes right along with baby kissing.
You planning to stay with us?
Not long enough to vote, Micah.
Lucas, boy, perhaps if you explain all the virtues of our fair city, Miss Dodd might reconsider and stay on indefinitely.
Yeah, I'll be sure to tell her, Micah. Well, Ann, this is home.
Well, I believe Mark was right. You know, for two bachelors, really looks fine.
Oh, thank you. Now, let me take your things, Ann, and you just sit down and make yourself at home, huh?
Thank you. Lucas, this is wonderful. You know, you've really made a home. You've made a real home for you and Mark.
Well, I'm not much at crocheting doilies or the like, but I guess we've got one of everything to make us comfortable.
Isn't that a beautiful country? It's just beautiful.
And you always liked big country. Why did you move to the city?
Oh, I don't know, Lucas. Running away, I guess. From things as they were. Hal loved the outdoors, remember? But I don't know. Without him and the boy, everything just seems so empty. Now, tell me about you, Lucas.
Well, there's nothing much to tell. Farming doesn't change. Full day's work when the weather's right. And, of course, trying to keep one jump ahead of Mark. That's about it.
He's a bright boy, isn't he?
Like a new penny. Kind of scary at times.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got a way of looking right down into you when he asks a question.
And sometimes you don't have the answer.
You ever try to keep up with a growing boy? I shouldn't have said that, Anne. I'm sorry.
Well, why not? Life is for the living, right? Say, do you have an apron?
Sure. Got an old shirt here that makes a handy apron. Should be in here somewhere. Oh. I've been looking for that for 2 weeks. Here it is. Sleeves on this shirt make a good sash.
I've never seen anything like this.
What's so funny?
Well, I mean, this drawer, what keeps these things in here?
Well, just slam it shut, I guess.
Oh.
Never thought of it as being untidy till now. Having a woman around kind of puts a different light on things somehow.
I hope it's a good light, Lucas. I mean, it'd be a sad day if men folks found they could get on without us. Wouldn't it?
Well, I better unhitch the team. And it's nice having you here.
Just waiting for her to get back is getting on my nerves.
Have a drink.
I don't want to drink. There's still time, Jenny. Still time to get out. The old man I hated, but her a woman and all.
Oh, let's not fool ourselves. It's getting caught that's eating it.
All right, then it's getting caught. I'm the one that's going to be in that room with her. Suppose she starts fighting.
She's not going to fight. She's going to be asleep. She'll never know what happened any more than the old man did. She started having one of her seizures and she couldn't get to her medicine. Now, come on, have that drink.
Who does the dishes, you or your pa?
We take turns.
Which do you like to do, wash or dry?
Well, neither.
That's what I thought.
While you two are finishing the dishes, I'll get some firewood.
I was noticing that the storing cupboard's all clean.
Well, I didn't throw out anything, Mark. I just straightened it up a little.
Oh, good. But I guess you're generally pretty neat, huh?
Well, it's a woman's way, you know, like hunting and fishing is a man's way.
Yeah. And I guess you wouldn't go much for that sort of stuff. Most women don't.
Oh, they don't. Well, I'll have you know, I used to make my daddy's trot flies. They were just as light as a feather, too.
Well, now, that's something. Oh, you know, we got real good fishing around here.
Brook or lake?
Oh, brook. And they're really big this time. Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Mrs. Dodd, I got me an idea.
What's that, Mark?
Well, tomorrow's the Founders' Day fair, and all the ladies are going to put up their bacon in a contest.
Oh, yes?
Well, I think this apple pie of yours sure could win.
Well, that's very flattering, Mark, but somehow I think they'd rule out my pie.
Well, why?
Well, because I don't live here in North Fork.
I sure wish you did.
Did what?
Well, live with us. Well, there's lots of room.
Yes, Mark, don't you think it's time to go to bed?
Oh, well, there's no school tomorrow.
No, but it's going to be a big day.
For both of us.
Then you'll stay?
Why, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Well, how come you didn't do it?
Do what?
Well, look behind my ears. Well, all the ladies in town do. They come in and hardly say their how-dos before they're at my ears.
For
Well, you wouldn't be laughing so hard if it were your ears that they were poking at.
Well, Mark, they go poking into my housekeeping, too, and I'm afraid it comes off second best to your ears. Now, how about going to bed?
Good night, Paul.
Good night, son.
Oh. Good night.
Good night, Mark.
See what I mean about boys? Leave that, Ann. Let's go out on the porch and get some air, huh?
Oh, fine. I'd love to.
Cold?
No. That was sort of a contentment shiver.
I love this time of evening. You know, when it's not quite night, yet sort of a deep blanket touching everything, making it soft.
Or don't men think that way?
No, men think along the same lines as women, but words don't come as easy. I know what you mean, though. Daylight, things are kind of edgier, sharper.
I really like what you've done here, Lucas. It's solid. Solid like you are. Do you know what I said to myself the day you tucked Mark under your arm and left town?
Well,
I said to myself, there goes wild, wild Lucas. His hurt is very deep. Wild Lucas. Do you know you left town without even saying goodbye?
I know. At the time, it seemed like the whole world was knocked away from under me.
And now you've built a whole new one. What was it Mark said about the ladies looking behind his ears? Is there, any special lady?
No.
I just wondered.
Of course, I get to thinking about it. And you?
Paul? Paul?
What is it, Mark?
She makes her own flies, Paul.
Is that what you called me in here for?
Oh, Mrs. Dodd. Have you ever heard of a woman making her own flies?
You talk too much. Will you go to sleep?
Well, have you? Oh,
Mark, good night.
Good night, Paul.
Thank you. There she is. Well, you must be tired.
Oh, no, not a bit. I had a wonderful time, Lucas.
So did I. I'm glad you're staying. Pick you up early tomorrow?
Lucas, does it mean a great deal to you, my staying over? Of course, you never were a talking man. And I like that about you. Good night, Lucas. Good night.
Good night.
Evening, Lucas.
Oh, hello, Micah.
I'm away to have a glass of beer. Join me?
Yeah, sure.
She'll be asleep pretty soon, and then you can get it over with.
I want to be sure. My hands, I can't stop them shaking.
About the south pasture, you got it fenced in yet?
Oh, not yet. Look, Mikey, you didn't invite me over here to talk about fencing my pasture.
Oh, that's right, Lucas, I didn't. How'd you hit it off with the lady?
Fine, just fine.
Good cook?
Best.
Mark take to her?
He sure did. She makes her own trout flies.
How about you?
Well, what are you driving at?
From the way you two were acting, I figured there was something in the wind.
Well, you could have figured wrong.
Well, maybe so, but I don't think she did. You know, women have a peculiar way of jumping to conclusions. Now, you didn't say anything that'd lead her on?
Well, I don't know. But if I did, I didn't make it clear enough.
Oh, well, maybe you owe it to her to make it clear enough. Another beer?
Huh? Oh, no. Thanks, Micah. Thanks. Sam, when you finish settling your uncle's estate,
Yes?
I want you to come back.
Oh.
Permanent, Dan.
Then you have been thinking about it.
Oh, I've been thinking about it.
Oh, Lucas, I want to very much, but there's just one thing I'm afraid of.
Afraid? Why, Ann? Why are you afraid?
I just know that there could be no replacement for Mark's mother, and I just couldn't accept that. I don't think you could either. Am I wrong, Lucas?
I don't know.
What?
Goodbye, Lucas.
The teacher to let me off early, too. Well, did she say anything? Is she coming back? Well, is she?
Yes, Mark. She's coming back. Of course she's coming back. That's what old friends are for.
Well, let's go fishing. Boy, those big ones are really biting. You know, I was trying to